So we just had quite the Nintendo partner showcase, and actually I think it was a lot better than a lot of people expected. People with these presentations, you go in not expecting much, because previously they pretty much sucked. But this one, I'm going to say it's a solid 9 out of 10 overall, and I'm really excited to dive into the games with you today, so let's get into it. First up, we got Grounded, which is coming out on April 16th of this year, obviously. And this is an Xbox title that I've actually never played. It sort of seems like a survival type game that's like live servicey. And it looks interesting, but I think the graphics definitely suffer on the Nintendo Switch. They don't look very good, and it just is sort of muddy. But, you know, Xbox making an appearance on the Switch, what more can you ask for? Don't worry, they do it again. We'll get into that in a second, though. Next up, we see this title called Arranger, which is like this sliding type puzzle adventure game type deal. It looks really strange gameplay-wise, but the graphics are super nice and it's kind of pretty, so I might actually check it out depending on the price. $5 game is kind of a banger, you know what I'm saying? Unicorn Overlord is then coming on March 8th, and this one actually shadow dropped a demo, which is available today, obviously, and it looks really nice. There's really great graphics. It's that HD 2D style, and it has these really nice sort of like fuller cutscenes, I guess, where he goes into this like anime style thing, and the art here is really, really pretty. It looks good. I'm not interested in it nearly at all. I'm not an RPG person, but I'm sure people like OJ Player Essence are excited for it and all that kind of stuff. I don't really know. Next up, we see Monster Hunter Stories, which is a game from the 3DS that is getting ported over to the Nintendo Switch. I think this is actually really great because we have Monster Hunter Stories 2 on the Switch, so now we've got the whole series. And I know it's literally only 2 games and it's not that much, but as a whole, it is pretty cool. So then, we get the hypest shit of all time. Epic Mickey is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. The funniest thing is, you can literally see it right here. I just bought Epic Mickey. I literally just bought it. Just now. Like, literally just recently purchased Epic Mickey, right here. And now it's coming out on the Switch rebrushed. So it's really, really cool. It looks visually super nice. If you haven't played these games at all, they're gorgeous. They're super fun. And it's a really cool sort of take on, like, this weird... So, you don't know the history, right? Oswald was the original, then comes Mickey. So, the original Oswald shorts are, like, what sort of trained Walt to do Mickey, and Mickey's what got him big, right? So, because of that, Oswald is, like, pretty forgotten until recent years, especially with this game. So in this game, they kind of bring Oswald back, and it's about him being this forgotten thing and like wanting to come back. And basically, Mickey's like fighting all these things and having to paint these things to bring them back from being forgotten and all this kinds of different stuff. Visually, it's really good. Story-wise, it's great. Animation, obviously, it's beautiful. So like, I just really absolutely adore these games. I worked at Disney, if you don't know. So like, I literally... Mickey is my shit. But there's not a lot that I like absolutely will freak out about, but this is one of the only games that I've ever super cared about that is third party. I'm mostly a Nintendo person. Their games just appeal to me more so than others, but this shit is really nice, and I think I don't know, feels catered towards me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and then for Epic Mickey, there's no release date, but it's coming out this year, so we'll have to see. There was also this thing that said March 25th on the calendar that sucks Mickey in there, but I don't know if that's just part of the game or that was like maybe a tease as to when it could be coming out. I feel like if it's that close, they probably would have said something overt, like explicit about it, but maybe not. I don't know. Next up, Shimagami Tensei 5 it's like Vengeance or something. It looks cool. It's basically like an expansion of the base game, I believe. I don't really know a lot about it, but Player Essence over on Twitter gave us sort of a recap of what that's about. So let me show you his tweet. So Shimagami Tensei 5 Vengeance is hype, is what he says. There's like 40 plus new demons, 160 of content, brand new, better storyline, original and new campaign, including new specialty moves, new quality of life features. It's coming out June 21st. Okay, so it's just like it's like basically really big DLC, I think. I don't know. Check out his tweet if you want to know more. I'm sure he'll have something on his channel as well in the future. Next up, we see South Park Snow Day, which is coming out March 26th, and it looks pretty cool. The art style is a little bit weird, but I do really like the look of it, kind of. Like, it's weird that it is 3D animated because, like, that's not the art style of the show, but I kind of do like it. I don't think it looks bad. It's apparently also co-op, so I'll definitely be checking that out. If anything's co-op, and I'm an absolute sucker for it, so I'm gonna have to look into this one for sure. Next up, we get Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, which actually looks amazing, and you can use motion controls and all that kind of stuff. And then they even like took the Sonic Spin Dash and put it in here. And then if that isn't enough, there's this whole online mode now, which is basically like Fall Guys, and well, it like takes inspiration. So there's 16-player online mode, and you're like zooming through the courses as fast as you can. I think it's awesome, and I think that's such a smart way to put Monkey Ball like relevant again. I feel like it's kind of fallen off a little bit. You know, people love it, but you love the ones from your childhood. The new recent things have not been great. And so by putting in online multiplayer, I think this thing's going to be a banger, probably a pretty fun stream game. So let me know if you want me to stream that. Comment down below. World of Goo is also coming out exclusively on Nintendo Switch May 23rd. It's kind of fun. It looks cool. I don't know. I'm not a big World of Goo guy, but obviously I know what the game is. It kind of came out when I was growing up, so it was a big thing for my sort of generation on the Wii and then like on the computer and stuff. It's a console exclusive for the Switch, so you can only play it on the Switch on your console, which is cool. I don't know. I might check it out. I might not. I'm not really sure about it. Another Crab's Treasure, though, is looking absolutely amazing, and it has all sorts of just different shit to do. The characters are now voice acted. Visually, it looks really freaking nice, in my opinion. I love the art style of it. It looks kind of just like a fun, sort of quirky game, and it's a Souls-based game, so you know it's going to be pretty difficult, but I think that's really going to add to the overall gameplay, the overall experience of this game. And I think, like, as long as they make it not excruciatingly long, I think they keep it in that like 10 to 15 hour mark, I think it could be so much fun and just like a really nice bite-sized sort of experience that is great and has a lot of content in there. You know, it's just, it looks awesome. Absolutely love how far this game has come, because I remember seeing it in the original Indie Direct and thinking it was really cool, and then it like didn't have a release date. So now it is supposedly going to be coming out April 25th, and I'm really excited to check it out. Another really exciting one we got was Penny's Big Breakaway, which is actually shadow dropped, so it's out today. Then we also got Suagame getting DLC. That's the game that Ludwig always plays. He popularized it. So that's getting DLC, and it has online multiplayer coming later. It's not in it right now. It's just like co-op, but later on there's supposed to be online multiplayer. And then they have this game Pepper Grinder, which also looks okay. I'm not the biggest Pepper Grinder fan, but I'm not a hater. Looks all right. Then we get a really cool announcement, the one that has been rumored quite a bit, and a lot of people were really hoping for and hoping to come to the Switch, which is Pocket Card Jockey Ride On. This is like Game Freak. Game Freak does this. It's a really weird like horse riding card Pokemon looking game. I don't know. I have no idea really what this is. It looks super cute. It looks actually super cool. And apparently it's like one of the best games and like a total hidden gem from the 3DS. And then it has a really weird story because it was on the 3DS. They brought it over to Apple Arcade, which everyone's like, why the hell would you do that? Just put it on Switch. And now it's finally coming to Switch. So I think they put it on Apple Arcade with exclusivity, and then it lost that exclusivity after a period of time. Now it's on the Switch, developed by Game Freak, so you know, the people who make Pokemon, but it actually looks really nice. There's the Mii's in it. I don't know. It looks fun, and it actually shadow dropped, so it's out today. I'll definitely be playing at some point. I'll bring you guys a full review because I am pretty excited for this one. Then we get another sizzle reel, and Pentiment was in there, and it's actually coming out tomorrow. So shout out to Game & Talk for that exclusive morsel. If you guys remember, Nate actually said a lot about Pentiment last episode. People, you got to check out the podcast, man. I mean, we're saying there's a lot of shit going on over there, okay? Just check it out. It'll be linked in the description. But the hypest part of the Nintendo Direct, at least for me, on top of Mickey and probably Pocket Card Jockey, but Mickey's probably number one. But the second hypest part of the Direct was the NSO update. And so actually Rare is coming over and putting a bunch of games on Nintendo Switch Online, which is super exciting because they don't do that a lot. You know what I mean? Like, so Microsoft is starting to put games on other consoles, which is cool. But the main thing I've ever really wanted is that Rare comes over and brings their legacy titles on the Nintendo Switch. Where is Diddy Kong Racing? We need it, and we didn't get it. But we did get some cool titles like Snake Rat and Roll, RC Pro AM. I don't really know how you say that name, but it sounds really cool. Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. This one's I'm super duper excited for. I want to play Battletoads really badly, and I've dabbled, through other means, but I think playing on NSO is probably like the best way to experience these games, and a lot of them like I just prefer to play because it's so much easier on the Switch, and so I'm super excited to check it out. Killer Instinct as well is a really cool game that I'm excited for. I've never actually played it, but it's a fighting game that people love, so maybe the next Boomer versus Zoomer we go Killer Instinct. It seems really cool. And then we also got Blast Core, which is a N64 game that the Spawncast guys have talked about in the past. I've never played it. I've never even seen it, so I was very confused by this game, but it looks alright. And all of those games were actually shadow drops, so they're out all today. The shadow drops in this presentation, I think, were freaking amazing. And as a partner direct, this is some really exciting stuff, because a lot of these games, like Pocket Card Jockey, you know, is like developed by a team that works very closely with Nintendo. Things like World of Gregoo and Another Crab's Treasure and like the last game we'll talk about are exclusive to the Switch, right? So it's like you can't even get that anywhere else. But the last, and definitely not the least, game that came out, that was announced, was Endless Ocean Luminous, which is really interesting. So Endless Ocean is apparently a very good, popular game from the Wii, and you basically just explore the ocean endlessly, right? Makes sense. But I have never played the game. I didn't know that it was even really a thing. I've heard it recent years. You know, people are like, it's such a hidden gem. But literally, I never really heard of this game. And something I think that's so cool is, like, they're bringing back, like, another Code Recollection, right? We got that. And now they're bringing back Endless Ocean, which is just super exciting. Now, this game is also an exclusive, obviously. And it looks pretty cool. Visually, it's alright. It's not the best game ever, but it has this really, really awesome online multiplayer function. You can play with up to 30 people. Tell me that's not an amazing stream game, chat. How fun would that be? How cool would it be to get other creators to explore your ocean together, right? I just think it has a lot of, you know, possibility, a lot of prowess. And the one thing is, though, it's like, why is this coming out so late? Switch's life cycle, right? It's like, this is the type of game where it'd be like coming out at the same time as Splatoon, right? And you want Splatoon to have a long life cycle on the Switch, right? Because like it's an online game, people are constantly going to be coming and going. And I think once the next system comes out, which hopefully is this year, it probably won't be. But if it is this year, it's like a lot of people are going to start falling off of this game. I'm very excited to check it out. Again, haven't even ever played the original. Don't really plan to, but that should be coming out May 2nd. And overall, I think this is one of the best partner presentations we have ever had. It was so much fun to watch. I don't regret waking up at 5 a.m. to check this thing out, which is very rare for me. I like to sleep, you know what I mean? But it was very nice. Epic Mickey is the highlight of my entire year, and I'm very happy that that's coming to modern consoles. Now we just need to get DuckTales on it. I know we got the Wii U game, but I want it on the Switch. I just think it'd be so fun. But that's the video. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Let me know what you thought of the Direct down in the comments below. Check out this video. It's a banger. It's a vibe. It's a good time. Actually, that's going to be my reaction to the Direct. So if you haven't seen the Direct already in its entirety, please check that video out. It's a banger. And I'll see you over there. Goodbye.